Welcome back to Call of Pripyat. No, I did not upload the same part twice. Last time was mostly about helicopters with a little bit of bloodsuckers.
Hey, bro.
This part is especially about bloodsuckers with a little bit of helicopters.
Just a little bit of helicopters.
Now, I had this guy bring me to an area full of mercenaries. Because I believe Owl wants me to actually steal something from them. Well, I can't do that while they're here. Here we're going to see how an upgraded infield is quite reliable. Pretty good accuracy.
Oh. What a lovely sight.
I'm not using armor-piercing rounds, which would probably help. I think I have some in my inventory. But it took me until like the end of the LP to figure out the right button to switch ammo, so we're not doing that. There are a lot of mercs here.
This is a very accurate gun, though, for it being fully automatic.
Except for that first shot. Yeah, Call of Pripyat is going to be a far cry from Shadow Chernobyl. If you remember, I hung onto my AK in that one, and you are not able to repair your weapons. So the lower the durability, the worse the accuracy got, and the fewer shots I actually landed. We will not have to worry about that in Call of Pripyat.
It's music to my ears to hear you say such things.
What the hell? Oh, some bandits came up behind me. Things went kind of crazy while I was dealing with the mercs.
Oh! You fooled him. You fooled him good. You fooled me because I didn't think you'd shoot hello.
Oh, hello. Everything's just sneaking up on me right now. And I have just no idea where anything is anymore. I knew it. I knew there'd be a dog running up at me.
Another one.
They're like angry pugs. And I'm not done with the mercs. I still got to go back in there.
Yeah, a little off track there.
Reminder that the green bar is how much someone sees you. When the bar is full, they know where you are. But I don't know where they are. So I'm waiting for them to shoot at me. Aha, he was still alive. There we go.
Was he just playing dead? Or no, he was probably
He
just...
was bleeding out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't want that. There's a little bit of stuff around here. Now, if you remember, in Shadow Chernobyl and in Clear Sky, you could break boxes and little tiny gray cases for some extra supplies. That is no longer the case. There's nothing in there. Which is unfortunate, because it was fun, even if there wasn't always anything in there. Another MP5. At least that one has full durability, so I can sell it. Now, I do recall over there is a stash. I'm going to quickly grab it. There's a grenade launcher attachment in this truck. I found it by accident first time playing. It's actually in this middle pipe right there.
Wow, that's really hidden.
Yep. And it comes with some grenades.
And you still get the things that will You'll eventually find something that'll tell you where that is, right?
Yeah, like if you search bodies randomly, there'll be stashes on it.
Okay. Because I would have never thought to look in that little crevice.
The fun of searching stashes is a lot of treasure hunting. That laptop, that has the information we're looking for. Now, that information, you can sell it to Owl, but I think Alex remembers it for a mission later in the game. Like, he remembers what was on it. So, like, don't be afraid about selling it right now. Aha, I knew it. You can attach a scope to those guns. All right. But that is the pipeline again. We're actually on the other side of the river from where the duty member was selling stuff to the bandits. So if we follow this pipeline, we'll get to where the gas tanks are anyway. Be careful about this bridge, though. 1, it's extremely broken. 2, it's extremely gravity anomaly.
My favorite adjective.
I'm doing this slightly out of order, but this is one of the cars in the motorcade. It has a key and it has a dossier. We need 2 keys in order to get the gas tanks. I'm not really going to be able to get up to the bridge from here. I think there's also a stash down in these rocks. If I don't get it right now, I will later. I'm not even sure if I get it on video, but I do get that stash at some point.
Sprinting up the vertical walls. No big deal.
Flesh, what are you doing over there?
Looking for meat. Oh, I thought he was rolling around like a little ball. Looked like he was about to, like, somersault forward very slowly.
So there's the ranger station. You can see a lot of anomalies. Very hard to get through here, and after a certain point, there's basically an impenetrable wall of gravity anomalies. But there are some ladders to take me up top. So if I can weave through them, maybe I can get to one. That's pretty much the wall right there. But it's right next to the ladder. Move up quickly because one of the anomalies activates.
Oof.
Now, it took me a long time to figure out this mission because you see that car? You need to get on that car. But you have to jump down to get to it. That's where the second key is.
Wow. What an assy mission.
Mm. The dossiers pretty much tell you where the keys are, like relative to where the cars were in the order of the motorcade. It's a bit of a puzzle, but as long as you remember those 2 cars that are sort of out of the way, you can find the keys. Running across, this is where the gas tanks are. They're in the truck in the middle of this. Pretty much every one of these cars and these tanks has something in it. The tanks are actually open on the side. You can crouch down and grab something if you angle it right. Oh, a lot of ammo. All right. A lot of these dossiers are actually copies. We can just sell them later. It's actually getting into the bed of the truck that's hard.
Yeah, this game's collision doesn't seem to be made for stuff like this.
And there we go. With the 2 keys, we can open it up and get the gas tank. It's a very heavy tank, though. So I got a bit of a walk. I see that fire down there, which is a sign that that's a stalker camp. Maybe one of them can guide me over there. And that's the first car. There we go, now I see the stash. A lot of bread and drugs.
Hmm. Sounds like life in the 20s. Or the 30s. 20s were the good times. With all the roaring and such.
You can have that. It's an okay gun, but I'm attached to the infield right now. I mean, I do already have that one, I guess. Do you know anything with attachments is you need to have the gun equipped before you can attach anything to it.
That's weird.
Grenade launchers are situationally useful. Oh, hang on. I can also add a silencer. Very important.
But can you add a silencer to the grenade launcher?
If only. Couldn't you do that in the early PC version of Metal Gear Solid 5?
I don't know.
Like you could customize grenades to have a silencer. Remember Morgan's PDA? Morgan was the duty soldier who was selling stuff to the bandits. I actually want to hang on to that for when I get to Yanov.
I know I mentioned this already, but I really think they do a lot with this, with everybody's static facial expressions. Like I get a good grip on their personalities more than I do in other games with static faces.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just me though.
All right, but it's been a little while. Just need to figure out what Grouse went off to do. The dog cranes are right nearby. It's a little strange that he found something new when, like, we found the bloodsucker lair. Shouldn't that be it? Shouldn't we just go ahead and take care of that? I don't see anyone. The marker points to the crane itself. It just refers to the general area. Grouse isn't up there. He's actually in this little building. That is not a doorway. Oh, he's dead.
Aw.
Remember Tremor?
I knew I'd be exposed eventually. I'm sure you have many questions.
So Tremor was the sawbones of Skadovsk. And he was really sawing some bones.
Do you have the ability to kill him without asking any questions?
Yeah, you can just shoot him before you talk to him.
That'd be a good, like, little role-playing choice.
See, a Tremor is basically a vampire. He was the bloodsucker. Now, as soon as you're done talking to him, he tries to take his own life. I don't think so.
No, I got you, bro. I got you.
No, you don't get to have this.
This is mine. This is my day.
Well, now Skadovsk no longer has a medic, so let's hope you're stocked up on first aid. I never use the medics. Like, you get anti-rad drugs, you get anti-rad artifacts pretty easily. You get plenty of bandages and first aid kits. This isn't really a loss in the long term.
Hello.
I really wish he looked me in the eye. What happened to us, Beard?
You didn't get me the bubble.
Now you are in trouble.
Hey, I got an achievement for that.
Drop in if you find any artifacts, and we'll see what...
Doesn't change what he has for me. Usually the achievements will actually unlock new stuff in the game,
Ooh.
even if it's minor.
Another one of those why doesn't every game do this kind of things.
Talk to the boss.
What do you mean your gamer score's not enough of a prize?
Stop.
You okay, man? You look kind of down.
I don't want to talk about it.
I hate fire.
It's just everywhere.
There have been a couple of missions, so now the burning farmstead has some new artifacts in it. I think it might just be the same artifact, but at least it's new stuff to pick up. I think it might even be in the same place. Boing. Oh, no. Fireball is the better version of that crystal I picked up. There is also a stash around here. And if you know about the stash, this is a really good item to pick up early. Being cautious, I just need to look for a ladder. Oh god.
Ah.
There it is.
It's really loud here.
Here it is, the Vintar. Come on, pick it up.
A sniper rifle.
A silenced sniper rifle.
Oh, you're never letting that go, right?
I mean, I might put it away and get better versions later on, but I do use the Vintar quite a lot. It is a very good gun.
It looks a little dinky, but I believe it's good.
The only thing is its ammo is relatively rare. It uses the brown box ammo. If you remember Shadow Chernobyl, we picked up what looked like a sniper rifle missing a scope. I think Highway called it the Ventoras. I think he was referring to the Vintar when he said that. But the Vintar is basically that gun, but with a scope, and it's silenced. So really good.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Though this game doesn't seem to have quite as much obnoxious long-range combat, at least not yet.
Thankfully, no. All right, but we're gassing the bloodsuckers, and they're not going to just let us do that. So as soon as you put in the tank and activate the valve, 2 of them come after you. I don't know where they are, so back it up until it... There we go. I got the one pretty quick.
What a terrifying concept.
Something fun happens with the second one. Keep your eyes peeled. Whoa, there we go.
That was so cartoonish. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Boing.
Oh, I just spit directly in my hand. Okay.
Funny thing, this looks like I should be able to break it. There is a point later in the game where there are a couple sewers that are covered with wood that you can break and go down into, but that's just not one of them.
Yeah, it does not look very strong.
I think before I go back to Skadovsk, we'll do some exploring. Because there is a helicopter down south. And a stash along the way, so why not? The stash is up in this tree, and kind of like with that meat chunk earlier, it's hard to actually grab it out of the tree, so you might need to shoot it down. Just blow on it.
Awesome. Bullet bread.
Lots of iron.
Bite hard enough, it'll fill your cavities. Or create new ones. It's a look at the draw.
Less cavities, more fissures.
Canyons.
I recognize that anomaly.
I want to hear my dentist tell me that. You've got canyons, bro.
I'm not sure I'd want him to talk to me like that.
Yeah, if you're a dentist.
For more than the obvious reason.
Yeah, don't call people bro.
Sorry, homie, you're missing your teeth.
I can tell you ain't been flossing, my dude.
Very Californian. I can tell you I'm been flossing, my dude. I cannot do a stereotypical Californian accent, despite being native to here.
You are failing your people, Thorn.
I'm Northern Californian. That's a Southern Californian thing.
Okay, yeah.
We just have, like, vocal fry. That's kind of it.
Very much sound like someone working at a video store.
Oh, we got another poltergeist. This is the regular poltergeist. He just throws shit at us.
So he's just kind of an ass.
Yeah. Little easier to dodge than the one that spits fire. Because you can actually see it. The same deal, just shoot at the sparkly thing. I think he died.
Was that grunt the anomaly?
That was me getting hit.
Oh, okay.
But before I go to the helicopter, there is an electrical anomaly around here.
Right there.
I think this is called the Iron Forest. It's got some electrical anomalies. It is extremely irradiated, but I've got the wrenched. I'm good. Up. There's a couple of them in here. Despite how violently they're exploding, unless you actually step on them, the electrical anomalies won't hurt you.
And I'm sure you're very disappointed by that.
Oh man, but the burn on my face feels so real. Just both electrical protection artifacts.
It's almost like I really stuck a fork in a socket.
And it became a rock.
What is happening?
The zone. All right. Just the two, so we can go check out the helicopter. As soon as I check out the helicopter, and also to prove, there's just never anything in the boxes. Yeah. Die. As soon as we actually go see the helicopter, stalkers will actually start populating the area. They hang out over by the little mid-station. It takes them a while to show up, so I think I have to take the long way back to Skadovsk anyway. Thank you for your shit, Captain.
You're welcome.
Oh god, this poor guy.
Yeah, the death poses are not very elegant in this game.
I mean, this guy just looks like he's off for a stroll.
La-dee-da-dee-da.
And tipped over sideways. He's kicking back. I think that's all of them.
Looks like the crew died in midair and the helicopter simply crashed because there was nobody there to fly it. The onboard computer was a little luckier. I wonder if there's anything useful here. Ah, there's something. A map of the area with certain locations marked. That should come in handy.
Love that last unnecessary detail.
That map is going to be very helpful. But yeah, another helicopter crashing for a reason completely unrelated to the other two.
Perhaps every helicopter had one traitor on each one. And they all made their traitorous move in different ways.
That would explain why they were all dead before the helicopter crashed.
Yeah. So the other sabotaged the helicopter. The other forgot and improvised.
I'm very far away from Skadovsk. It's a long way home.
Good thing I got my sausage.
Ooh, there's more stuff at the gas station. I think the dogs are just chasing a boar.
Oh, hi, Booch. Oh, I thought he was going to run away and be free.
These dogs aren't smart enough for that.
I do like it when, like, the enemies of the world interact with each other when you're not around.
Yeah.
Makes it feel more alive. Even though I believe they are undead of some sort.
They're mutated.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Alive, but wish they were dead.
I don't think there's anything else here. There's a couple more dead guys than there were before. They'll probably get attacked by the dogs. I don't think there's any stash actually in the gas station. I think it's just a marker to let you know where the snort cave is. Maybe there's one more artifact in here. This place is very slanted.
Wow, this... There's so many like cool like environmental set pieces in this game.
They did a really good job of making the maps look really cool.
Yeah. Just making everything fucked up in a way like I've never seen before, like the water from the last episode or this odd crag mountain explosion thing.
Luckily, I found some stalkers right as an emission was about to hit, so maybe they can just take me directly to Skadovsk. If I can catch up to them.
I'm listening.
I wish I wasn't, but I'm listening.
Doughboy, I don't want to hear about you dumping anything.
There we go. I think we just ran through the emission. We're good. If you teleport right as the mission happens, the mission is over. You're good.
They don't realize it though. It's like, oh god, an emission, we're screwed. And you're like, we're fine. But we're fine.
Well,
I got money. We're fine.
Just throw a few dollars in the air and the mission's like, oh.
But we got a new detector. It's an even better one. We need 3 of them to give to a group of scientists in Yanov. But I can just hang on to them for now.
drop in if something interesting
Hey,
comes up.
Stalker.
Hey, bro.
How are you?
Not they going anywhere, that's for sure.
Not sure what I'm looking for.
Hey, bro.
I see. So, Pilot is the guy you talk to actually walk between the Zeton and Yanov maps. Because I found that map that was on the helicopter, the price to go to Yanov is even cheaper now.
Good hunting. So, you got anything new?
No. I don't.
Just old and unbroken.
I hope to describe myself like that one day.
Old but unbroken.
Yes.
Hey, that's pretty nice, because that's what you get for getting the detective achievement, is occasionally you'll get some healing supplies in your stash. Something similar happens over in Yanov, but in that case you get ammo. All right, 3 a.m. Time to go hunting a Chimera. This was an enemy that was supposed to be in Shadow Chernobyl, but it was removed. But you can still see a Chimera head in the Freedom base.
Careful. We gotta be real quiet. We can't let it hear us.
But now we're fighting a real one.
Did you show that off in the LP? That sounds familiar.
I looked at the head, yeah. But very briefly. I'm trying to remember how to switch to my... Okay, press V to switch to my grenade launcher. Because chimeras are very physically resilient mutants. They're not the most difficult, at least to me. But here I remember the theater, it's where it was sleeping.
It wants to be a star.
We're there. It's close. I can sense it. If you see it, aim for the head. Don't get too close, though. Chimeras can smell you a mile off, even when they're sleeping.
Considering we are now 25 feet away from one, I did not know what we were thinking here.
I think this one just doesn't give a shit. It's about to, but it doesn't yet.
It's had a long day.
Can't see it yet because the game's very dark, but my Corsair sees it.
Ugh.
It's a very beefy dog with a human face. And I've got my grenade at the ready. On your mark.
Get it.
A bastard is sleeping. Crab says hello.
It is?
Fire!
It's over.
Done.
Our job is done. Let's head back. Remember to pop in to see Trapper at Yanov and tell him the wounded Chimera is done with to get your share.
Hey, get up closer. I want to see it. Ugh.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
It's more like a human-faced bear dog. Why are you hiding back there? Did you do anything?
Nope.
I'm listening.
This is not the time to be smarky with me, young man.
No, you probably won't recognize it. Please stop, Mr. Rambo. You may not know this guy by name, but Nimble has actually been in all 3 games so far. He's sort of like the ultimate zone survivor. He was with Clear Sky, then he was hanging out in Shadow of Chernobyl. I forget what he was doing, but in Call of Pripyat, he's the guy you go to order weapons. I'm gonna have him get me an exoskeleton.
So it's the same guy in every game?
Yep, same character.
Oh, cool.
He's just managed to figure out the zone.
First, I thought it was like more like a Sid, where there's like a new Nimble in every game.
And so next time we're actually going to go to Yanov. It's time to head out there. I've done pretty much everything I can do over here in Zaton. But when I come back to Zaton, Nimble will have an exoskeleton for me. And those are very durable armors, extremely heavy. Because the suit is so heavy, you can't run with it, which is like the major downside for me. But if you get far enough into the game, you unlock the ability to upgrade the exoskeleton so that you can sprint with it. And then it becomes like, why would you wear anything else?
Ooh.
The important thing about Nimble that I haven't mentioned is when you order something from him, you're actually giving him a 20% down payment of whatever you're buying. And then when he actually comes back with the item, you need to give him the other 80%. So I gave him 12,000 rubles for the exoskeleton. When I come back, I'm going to need 48,000 before he'll actually give it to me. But by that point, I'll have done a bunch of stuff in Yanov and money won't be a problem. Just something important to remember. I think the exoskeleton is the most expensive thing you could get from him.
Nimble sounds like a bud.
And now you are Nimble.
You not yet, but later in the game you will be.